All right, guys, happy Thursday. It is April 9th. A lot of you may not even know what day it is. I was like, what day are we? I don't even know what day of the week it is, let alone like what date it actually is. It's so crazy, but it is April 9th. And I am so excited just to get on here and be talking to you guys one-on-one, face-to-face, listen to you guys, get to hear what's going on, just talk to each other, encourage each other, build each other up, and just really lean into this amazing community that we have. So let me share with you. I updated this recognition board yesterday. So the numbers might be a little bit different, but 9 days into April, and I am actually really blown away by these numbers, you guys. You are changing lives, and you are still showing up to your own health and fitness journey and sharing that on social media. And you are being such a bright light in this time where everybody is just so tired of the news and the lies and the negativity and the fear. You guys are showing up and being such a beautiful, bright, positive light. So if you are new on this call, if you see a number 2 next to somebody's name, that means I helped one person get started with a challenge pack. That means that they've changed one person's life. These numbers next to these names equals lives changed, people being touched in such a positive way. Don't ever think, oh, I just helped one person, or, oh, I just helped this person get started with a challenge pack. It is so much more than that, you guys. You just inspired somebody by your actions, and now you have given them all the tools that they need for success, not just in their health, their fitness, but their mental, their emotional, you providing them a community of like-minded people. Like, you are giving them this silver plate. It is amazing. Like, it's so amazing. So on the board, changing one person's life is Kristen, Maria, Amanda, and Rainey and Kaylee. And like I said, these numbers could totally be more right now. This was as of yesterday. On the board with changing 2 people's lives is Ashley and Katrina. Awesome job, ladies. On the board changing 3 people's lives with 6 Success Club points is our Olivia, which is on the call. So yay, Olivia. And myself with 10 top recruiters, myself with 4, Olivia 3, Katrina 2, Maria 1. You guys, recruiting is where it is at. I was just doing a training on recruiting, and it was just talking about if you're not recruiting people into this business, you are just a salesperson. Like, you are just selling product. If you really, and which is great, you get commission off of it. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But if you really want to see this big residual income and this financial freedom, recruiting is mandatory, you guys. It is not an option. And the kicker here is everybody says, well, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to say. Nobody wants to join my team. It just feels weird and icky, and I just don't know how to talk about it. It is no different than getting somebody into a challenge group. To get somebody into a challenge group, you are selling them belief in the product. To get somebody into coaching, you are selling them belief into the coaching opportunity and what you have to offer. One, you're inspiring people to reach their health and fitness goals because you're working out, you're having fun, you look awesome, you have a group of women that you're doing it with. I want to be a part of that. And then on the flip side of that, you have the coaching. Oh my gosh, she is creating financial freedom for herself. She's surrounded by other like-minded babes that are doing the same thing. Like, she is talking about her dreams of bringing herself home from her 40-hour job, her husband home. She wants another dream house in Colorado. Like, she's dreaming so many people forgot that they don't even know how to dream anymore. What I'm trying to say is sharing the coaching opportunity is the same thing as sharing the challenge group opportunity, you guys. You just need to do it with as much confidence as you do it with the challenge groups. And if you're not comfortable with the challenge groups yet, it's okay. We're going to master that. We're going to get you comfortable with that. And then we're going to go on to the recruiting for the business. So sorry, got on a tangent, throat's dry. Top coach of the week, I forgot to put her name in there, but I chose Olivia today. And Olivia, I just love you. I chose you not because you have like the highest Success Club points or like the most recruits this week, but I chose you because you are so focused on your goal and what you want to achieve out of this business, and you are going at it. And like, it's like eating an elephant. Like you're eating one little piece every single day. And over time, you ate the whole entire elephant, and you just keep showing up. Like consistency is your thing. And you found your footsteps and you're able to pick up speed. And now like you went from like walking to jogging to sprinting to running, and you haven't missed a beat. And I'm just so freaking proud of you. I know you're going to end this year with whatever goal you want. If it's 2-star diamond, whatever it is, like I know that you can do it. So you guys stay in the know. There is so much stuff going on, and it's just amazing. The Business of Coaching live event that they did was incredible. If you haven't watched it yet, you need to go into your back office. They have a Vimeo link that you can send to your challengers. You can send to your possible coaches. They nailed it. They slayed it. It was such an amazing coach webinar. And I really hope that they do these every single month so we can plug into them. But it was awesome. You need to go listen to it, and you need to be sharing it with people that would make an awesome coach. Monday nights, we kind of got off a track a little bit, everything going on. But I am bringing it back hardcore, full speed ahead every single Monday night at 8 p.m. We are having a guided business hour and mentorship. Either it'll be myself or one of the other leaders on the team hosting it, but we will be playing one of the videos in the Beachbody Champion page, the live action hours that the top coaches do for us. I've been doing them, and I am learning so much every time I do a live action hour with a different top coach. I'm pulling stuff away from Brittany Leggett. I'm pulling stuff away from Danielle Natoni. I'm pulling stuff, you know, out of like each and every person that I can put into my daily routine. And I'm just loving it. So hop on Monday nights with us. Make that a business night, you guys. Just like you make Thursday a business night, make Monday a business night too. Put that on your calendar. Saturday nights, we're having team socials. We had 2 of them. It's at 8 p.m. on this Zoom link. The first night we watched like a girls' bridesmaid movie, and we cracked up laughing so much. Last week we watched Aladdin. Invite your challengers, invite your coaches, like invite people to hop on these. We're having so much fun, and I am planning on to continue them until this like lockdown is done and we have our freedom back. But in the meantime, it is such a fun way to just get on with the team. Quote of the week, I just picked out, not a huge Obama fan, but this quote, she like nailed it. You should never view your challenges as disadvantages. Instead, it's important for you to understand that your experience facing and overcoming adversity is actually one of your biggest advantages. Every time we go through something challenging, we come out of it stronger than ever before. So I absolutely loved that quote. On tonight's team call, we are going to be hearing from a few of our own. I know that, like from personal experience and from speaking with my team, the past few weeks have not been easy. Can I have like a show of hands? Like everybody in some way, shape, or form is being affected by what is going on. And I think it's really important that as a team, we get to come together, we get to share our struggles and what is going on. And then we also get to come out of it stronger and help each other and just lean in. So we have Amanda Steele and we have Megan. Who wants to chat first? Yeah. I'm going to pick one and I'm going to say Amanda because her name starts with A.
Okay. What do you want me to talk about?
I want you to share, I really have a good relationship with like almost everybody on this team. So I know exactly what you've been going through with your job, with like everything that you're going through, how your life has changed, how it has been impacted by this, and what you're doing to stay positive and moving the needle forward in your business and in your life.
Okay. So since maybe not everybody on here knows what's going on in my life right now. So we're moving. Literally, there's boxes all over the place in this room and all over. It's even worse in the living room.
So you just bought a house, right? You just purchased.
Yeah, we did.
A house. And is that a little bit thanks to Beachbody at all?
Well, I mean, it probably happened faster and I was able to save more money because of that, for sure. Yeah. So my business since last June has like massively skyrocketed. I was just telling Jenna this yesterday. And it's all because maybe it was actually a little bit before that, but I figured out what I wasn't doing right in the first 3.5 years of my business. And I wasn't tracking and I wasn't doing things consistently, specifically inviting. So I was hitting Success Club inconsistently for all 3 of the first years of my business. And last year I ended as a Success Club All-Star for the first time, even though I've been a coach for 4 years. It took me 4 years to figure out how to actually finish hitting Success Club All-Star. So for those of you who don't know, that is all 12 months in a row. And that's awesome. Like that means that you're consistently helping people every single month, at least 3. I actually lost my Success Club 10 streak about halfway through the year, which actually crushed me, but it's okay. But yeah, so for the first at least half of the year, I was helping at least 5 people a month consistently, new people, and adding people to our team. So that was awesome. And I saw massive growth in the girls that went to Summit with me. So the things that they were doing and the people they were bringing in really contributed to my income, which I think if you don't you can only get so far in this business by doing things on your own. And I started to see paychecks that were in the 600s last year for 1 week. And that's something that I never, just a year before that in March, my goal was to make $300 in a month to cover my car payment. And then Ultimate Portion Fix launched and I had a $650 paycheck for 1 week. That almost covered our rent, you guys, like for 1 week. And it was just because I showed up every single day for 4 years, maybe not every single day, because I didn't show up every single day for 4 years, but for 3 years, I guess before that. But my point is that once you get into a system, and this is my system, I invite using this book. And before I got this book in October for my birthday, I used the back of SC trackers to track my invites, because if you're not tracking, you don't know what you're doing and you don't really have a business. And if you don't invite every day or at least several times a week, you're not going to have a business. So you're not going to get paid like a business. And if you treat it like a hobby, you'll get paid like it's a hobby. And that's okay if that's what your goal is. But if your goal is to actually make more money or to help at least 3 people a month, you need to be inviting. And as proof, last October, when I had to actually call in a favor from one of my family members, I knew that I had invited over 300 people that month. In September, I think I invited over 400 people just to even get 3. But if you don't even have that data, you don't even know like what you're doing. And it feels like you're doing a lot, but you don't even know if you are doing a lot. So it can be frustrating. So my biggest number one tip is to, one, use your tracker, because it tells you what to do, and do everything on it every single day, because it's there for a reason, especially if your goal is to hit Success Club. And write down your invites. Olivia, you asked, do I write down every single person's name that I invite? Yes, I do. Every single person's, because that's how I track my invites. And my system is, if they do say they want more information or they're interested, I circle their name so I can always go back to them. And it makes it easier for me to follow up with them. And now I have a whole book of 6 months of people that I invited, because this is for my birthday, which was literally exactly 6 months ago yesterday. Now I have 6 months worth of names, hundreds of names. Some of them are duplicates, obviously, but that's what this is. And I know if I don't lose this book, then I'm golden, because I shoot for 30 invites a day. And I've just been inviting right off of my followers list. I'm out of people now, new people. So I just go off of my Instagram followers list, which is at around 3,000 people. And I just go down that list. And I'm sorry, this is going to drive me insane if this just keeps going off. So I don't know what to do about this. This is going to drive me insane. Oh God, now this is going off. Sorry, guys. Where was I?
You do 30 invites a day, and I really do think that is such a good number. That's not too little, and it's not like outlandish that it feels like such a huge chore.
And I randomly picked 30 because that's what fits in this book. It's one, so it's like one line of names, and then I make the next day's line here. That's it. So I'm saving paper, like it's nice and OCD. I use pencil. So if and I always use pencil, I never use pen, I use pencil. So if if I put somebody's name down and they blocked me, then I can erase it. And I don't have to.
Just to piggyback off of you real quick, because you said you weren't consistent with your inviting and you were struggling hitting Success Club each month.
Yeah.
And when you started to invite over time, you started to see a big increase. And I was the same way, you guys. Even I would say 2 years ago, I was like, people would just like come to me and I would just be like, oh, I hope 3 people reach out to me this month and I get them into my group. And then we had a call with somebody and she's like, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean you don't invite? And I was like, okay, like hide me underneath a rock. We weren't. And so she started talking about it and I started doing it. And as I learned and did it more and been consistent with it, like my Success Club numbers have skyrocketed. And I think it'll be Success Club. I have hit Success Club 10 or plus 15 months in a row now. 15 months in a row, Success Club 10 or higher, because I'm showing up every single day. It's not because I'm doing anything crazy. It's not because Amy has a special magic wand with magic powers and she's just popular, because I'm not at all. It's because I have such an exciting life. I don't. It's just me and my dogs, and my husband joins us once in a while. Like, it's nothing fancy. I'm not doing anything special at all. I'm just showing up every single day to my own journey and inviting the heck out of it. Like, just talking to people all the time, even talking to them by inviting them, but also talking to them being like, hey, like, thank you so much for watching if they watched a workout video of me dying, because I was literally dying the other day. I'm like, hey, sorry about all the huffing and puffing, like I was like dying, but thanks for watching my story. so many people got back to me. I was like, like, it's okay, totally cool. I love watching you like huff and puff and die. And I'm like, oh, like so many people just engaged on that.
Yeah.
Just having conversations. So I just wanted to piggyback off of that. It works. Like if you're showing up every single day, inviting people on your journey, but you have to be showing up too. Amanda, you say your stories and your posts.
Well, and I'm glad that you said that, because that's exactly what I want to say is like your invites don't matter if you're not showing up. Like you need to be on people's feeds at least once a day, if not twice. And that's
how many stories, Amanda? How many stories? How many stories is minimum?
I don't even know. I just do as many as I can. Like I don't keep track, to be honest. I just do as many as I can.
But is 5 stories enough?
No. I mean, okay. That's not even close to enough for me anyways. But people get bored. They want to see more of you. Like, and if they don't, then they won't watch, and that's okay. That's not your problem. That's theirs. So
my life is very boring. It's the same thing almost every single day. I try to mix it up and add a little bit of lemon energize into my fruit punch party. You know, like that's like the most exciting thing going on in my life. People don't care. Like if they're my tribe, they're following me for my faith, my encouragement, my dogs. Like they're following me. So it's, oh, I'm so boring. I don't do anything all day. If your kid is running around in a diaper, like you better be getting that on Instagram, because another girlfriend's kid is running around in a diaper, probably peeing on something. Like, you know, like that's life. They just want to see your life. It's your TV show. Sorry, Amanda, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But you know, if you're not, yeah, your stories, yes, that's your in the background, but you also need to be sharing positivity in people's feeds as well consistently, because some people don't watch stories, believe it or not. And so you also need to be sharing more than Beachbody. And so sharing that you're moving, or sharing that your children are driving. Did you guys see Rainy's post today, by the way? Hilarious. Okay. People, you just like, that's what you need to be sharing too. In addition to, yes, I'm getting and she ended it perfectly. I'm going to do a workout and drink green tea instead of having wine and 2 more kids. Oops. Like people want to see that. So please share it. Be funny too. Like, yeah, I mean, be as funny as you possibly can. Sometimes I don't even try, and I only think it's funny and it flops. Like, but who cares? Like, just the point is just make sure that you're showing up and talking to as many freaking people and adding as many freaking people that you would want to be friends with ever. And eventually they will join you. I just signed up a girl that I love her. I want to be friends with her in real life. And I've been following her for a long time, inviting her forever. She told me she was going to join. Then she got in a bad car accident, like needed therapy, physical therapy. So she didn't buy her challenge pack, obviously, until yesterday. And I love her. Like, I just love her. I want to be friends with her. And I'm so excited that she's in my challenge group now. And that's what we should be doing, is just trying to make friends on social media, because that's really such a huge part of our job. And then we get to help them get results, and then we get to celebrate them and blow them up on our stories. And it's literally the best thing ever. So that, and I'm gonna pass it over to Megan, but I just also want to say, like, how crucial it is to be, whatever program you're doing right now. I'm not even doing an exercise program. I'm doing the Ultimate Reset, and this program scared the living hell out of me for years. And I watched Samantha do it, and I watched Ashley do it, and I watched Rainy do it, and Amy, and so many people for years, and thought, I can do that. I can go 3 weeks without drinking beer, which is hilarious to me now, because that was actually the easiest part of this whole thing for me, is not drinking, because I've done way more than that now, like before this. So like, dig into like the thing that scares you. And then it's so easy to share every day, because it's brand new and you're experiencing it, and you can teach people, and you can be excited, and you can be scared, nervous, and like be totally honest. And that's exactly what they want. And I can share videos and just talk. And that's another thing, you guys, go do IGTV, because you can see the views. When people are scrolling on your Instagram and they scroll past your picture on Instagram, it doesn't tell you how many people see it or read it. But when they watch your video, it will tell you how many views you have. So you have an idea of how many people are watching your stuff, even if they're not liking or commenting on it. Because, so that's a little trip to blah, 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 that I want you guys to start using if you like want more people to talk to and want to see how many people are actually seeing your stuff. Do IGTV. I don't care if you're scared about talking. Get over it. You're doing it, okay? If you really want something out of this business, just do it. And especially if you're having a really hard, rough time, people want to hear from you. They want to hear from you when you're failing, but spin it to win it at the end, because I literally got a text message from somebody telling me that they love me showing up and sharing my life every day today too. And these little things will, like, I'm sweating to death right now. I love this. So like, just, okay, that's really all I have to say. I'm going to give it over to Megan, because her story is just as important and deep like this, but hopefully you got whatever you needed to from me. And if I can help you or give you any tips, please message me or reach out. Like, I really want to see you guys all succeed. So, okay.
I love that. Those are some amazing tips, you guys. Like, we just said we're going to get on here and we're going to be like real and not plan this whole thing out. And we're just going to talk to our team. So I love it. And Amanda, how you said, like, if it scares you talking, like, just get on and do it. I'll never forget, like, my first time doing an Instagram story, and like, you're just so awkward. And one of my best friends, Lynn Ziner, messaged me. She's like, why the hell are you talking like that? That is not how you talk in real life. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this stupid camera. I was like, so I'm standing there like, do I talk like this, or do I talk like this, or do I talk like that? Like, it was so freaking awkward. But yeah, we all suck at first, but you just get over your damn self and do it. So Megan, I freaking love your story, and I just share your heart with the team. You're probably gonna have to get out some tissues, which I don't have.
I'm gonna try, and I don't have tissues in here. So.
But yeah, Megan has so much heart into this and so much going on, and I'm just going to let you go ahead and share your story.
Okay. So recently I've had like quite a few changes happen. And some of you know what happened and some of you don't, but I have been dealing with some mental health struggles. And one day I was at work and I was working with my patient. It was the start of my day, and I felt my heart like beating out of my chest. I was sweating. I felt dizzy, and thank God for my Apple Watch, because it told me that while I was sitting down, my heart rate was 143 beats per minute. And that's not normal. That should be your heart rate when you're exercising. And that was not my case, clearly. So I finished with that patient. I went back into the therapy gym, and I had someone take my blood pressure. My blood pressure was low. My color was off. And I felt like foggy in my head. I didn't feel right. And it felt like almost like I couldn't catch my breath. And I couldn't think straight. Like, it just didn't feel right. So thank God I work in a hospital, and I had one of the nurse practitioners come and evaluate me. They hooked me up to an EKG, and something showed abnormal. They sent me down to the ER, did another EKG, which was normal. And I got sent back. Bunch of tests happened, and everything was normal. This same thing happened to me like a year ago. And again, everything was normal. I wore a heart monitor, and it was like, it was annoying because I knew something wasn't right. And this is the second time this happened to me. Heart disease runs heavily in my mom's side of the family. But the ER doctor said, I think that this was a panic attack. And I was like, what? Like, I had never been diagnosed with anxiety. And while the last probably 6 months or so, I've been dealing with some anxiety symptoms, it was never to that extent. So that kind of freaked me out. And I went and saw my family doctor, and I did some other tests and, rating scales. And it turns out that I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder and depression. And it's hard to say that out loud, even though I know it's a very common and a lot of people struggle with it. It's tough. And that's something that runs on my dad's side of the family. So not even thinking about it, it's something that now I've been dealing with. And with work, I work in healthcare, and obviously at this time it's extremely scary. My panic attack had happened before all of this coronavirus went wild. But when I was in work and this was all happening, obviously my anxiety was a lot worse. And I am now on anxiety medication, and I'm doing therapy, and it's so helpful. So I just want to say too, if I'm sure everyone's dealing with their own type of anxiety, but if you are and you're struggling, you need to take care of that. Your mental health right now is the most important thing. And even if it's just talking to one of us, but if it's something that's more serious, you need to talk to someone. And I will tell you from personal experience, just in the last few weeks, how much it has helped me. And if I wouldn't have taken the steps, I don't know where I would be mentally, because it has changed so much for me. And, prior to, I was saying, prior to the coronavirus ramping up, right in the beginning stages of it, work was really stressful, and I was working a lot. I would come home from work and just sink into the couch. I wasn't doing much with coaching. I was doing the bare minimum of showing up on my own journey, and it was really hard. And shortly after that, I found out that I was exposed to a positive coronavirus patient. And that was I don't know how to put it, terrifying. Your worst nightmare, getting that phone call and saying you can't go into work and you have to be quarantined for 2 weeks. And I was dealing with the stress of canceling my flight all while this was going on. And it was just crazy. So I surprisingly was positive throughout that experience, and just, again, focusing on my mental health and the things that I personally need to make myself happy. But Friday was my last day in my quarantine, so I texted my boss to, see what my schedule would be for the upcoming week. And she basically told me that my hours are now non-existent as a per diem employee and that I'm now unemployed. And it's just felt like one thing after another, like punching me down. And that I was just like, it sucked, but I also was like, thank God I don't have to go back into the hospital where all these sick people are, and I was already exposed once. Thank God it wasn't, I didn't get any of the symptoms and I'm healthy and I'm okay. But geez, like what could have happened? And so as I was processing through all this, like I have so much that I could just take all of this negativity and sit back on that couch and sink down into the couch and oh, these are the cards I've been dealt and I'm just going to, deal with it negatively. But I don't know, it's like something in me just switched, and I'm just trying to take every ounce that I can to spin the situation to be positive and rise up from this negativity, because like what other choice do I have? I don't have a choice to go back to that negative place, and I don't want to go back and feel all of those feelings that I was before, because it was awful. And I just I really, I'm proud of myself, because it would have been so easy for me to just sink into the negativity, but it takes work to rise above it and be positive and change your mindset. But you have to decide, like just like we decide everything else on this journey with our nutrition and our workouts, like this is a decision too. Your mental health is a huge decision right now, whether you want to do something that's going to benefit you, or if you want to continue to scroll social media and like live in fear. Why would you want to do that when you have the choice to be positive and be positive on your social media? Like I made two actual posts maybe about, you know, the ER visit, being unemployed, and the like quarantine coronavirus thing, because I didn't know if I was allowed to share that. And other than that, everything else is like has been upbeat and positive. When I'm talking on my stories, I'm not saying, oh, it sucks, I'm unemployed and I'm bored, I'm miserable, I'm this and that. Like, no, you have to be positive and show people that, how you're handling this, and be a light to them. And, not just that, but giving your support to other people who you think might be struggling or who are struggling. Because I can't tell you how many people I have had reach out to me ever since I opened up about my mental health struggles. It is unreal. Like, I have so much support from other people, and that's not like something I'm bragging about, but when you open up and you share your story, that is when you truly connect with other people, and that is on such a deeper level. Like, I was scared as hell to share that picture of me with all my heart stickers still on, and I was texting some of you guys and asking if this is something that I should share, and you guys all encouraged me so much, because this is a huge part of my story. And last year when this happened to me, it took me months to share about it. And it just, this is all a growth process, and the more you feel comfortable with sharing about the stupid things that, like, we were talking about earlier, like sharing our life with our dogs or cats, or, like anything, like a little dancing flip cup party, like just getting out there and like showing up in any way that is you is so important. And I don't know. I'm just glad that I was able to, take this and learn from it, because I truly don't know where I would be if I had just stayed in the negativity. And I know, like, for me personally, I've found what triggers my anxiety during this time, especially. And like, I don't watch the news. I really don't watch TV much. I don't listen to the radio. When I'm on social media, if I see anything like an article related to the coronavirus, I don't look at it, because that is what gets my anxiety up. And I found recently too that even listening to a podcast, that even if it's a positive podcast about the situation, that can be a trigger for me. So I haven't even been listening to things like that. You just have to find things that you can truly, learn and grow from, because and it's trial and error too, but that's what's helped me. And yeah, I don't know, I hope that helps.
Mic drop, walk off the stage, end of call. You nailed it. Like, good night, y'all. There's a few things that I actually took away from what you were saying. Changing your perspective and asking yourself, why is this happening for me, instead of like, why is this happening to me? Like, how can you change your perspective on the whole entire situation? I love that, how you flipped your mindset like that. And I think just coaching and personal development has been such a huge, like, was able to help you like flip that switch. I love that. And you also said about like, so many of us are afraid right now, and like, it's normal to have those fears and anxieties and be afraid, but you can move forward in the face of fear. Like, Megan made up her mind to get off of that couch, no matter how hard it would be to pull yourself off of that couch and move forward in the face of your fear, and to like overcome it, like to overcome that giant in your life. So I absolutely love that. Yeah, that was just so freaking good. Thank you, Megan, for being so like open and raw and putting yourself out there for us. Anybody want to add anything, Amanda?
That was amazing. That was seriously amazing. I wanted to ask if anybody else had questions, because I know they were leaving them in the chat.
Yeah, drop them in the chat if you have any questions. But honestly, guys, like, we were created for this. Like, right now, like, we're so created for this. We are so equipped. I don't care if you've been a coach for 1 week or if you've been a coach for 8 years, like, Beachbody and the business opportunity and the workouts and everything has really set the stage for us to like overcome this huge thing. If it's like the workouts, like I said, having a routine, like for my sanity, like being able to wake up in the morning and have that morning routine, like Beachbody gave me that. Like, this coaching opportunity gave me that. They gave me the nutrition plans so I'm not gaining. I would seriously gain probably 30 pounds right now in the midst of this if I wasn't like focused on my nutrition plan and like the personal development. Like, we seriously have everything to really help people. And I was listening to a training today, and he said, you need to realize that there is a world out there that needs you and is counting on you. Like, if you're saying like those limiting beliefs, get them out of your freaking head. There is a world of people out there that need you and are counting on you and your positivity and what you have to say, and showing up and showing them that you are overcoming this thing and that you're not going to cower in a corner or on a couch, but you're rising above it. People are counting on you to show up. And he said they are stuck in your before picture and will stay stuck there if you don't do something about it. Holy shit, right? Pardon my French. That's not French, but just, Seriously, there is someone stuck in your before picture, and they will stay stuck there if you don't do something about it. You have a big freaking responsibility and an obligation to get out there and be talking to people and inviting to people and showing up through this crap. Like, you might have some people that are like, she shines too bright for me, I can't stand it, and they defriend you. Bye. Those aren't the kind of people that you want on your tribe, right? You want the people that are like, oh my God, she's freaking awesome. I need that. Like, I need this positivity. I want to be around her. Can I join your group? Like, what do I need to do to get some of you? And that's what they're going to be like showing up to and signing up for. So I love that quote. But yeah, we have a big freaking obligation. So time to put on the big girl panties and figure this shit out. Everything is figure outable. You might have, like Samantha, like a circus going on around you with 1 million kids and homeschooling. Top coaches are not going to let that get in their way. They're going to figure it the hell out. If it's waking up early before the butt crack of dawn and getting in their little power hour and their workout and their energize and calling it a day, some days that might be all that you can do, but they're going to do it. They're going to figure out a freaking way to do it. So I just want to encourage you that no matter where you are in this crazy time, if you have 1 million kids running around and you're homeschooling, or if you have a lot of extra free time on your hands, or maybe you're a teacher and you're doing online stuff with the students and it's just like, oh my God, what is going on? I don't know how to handle this. You will figure it out, okay? Take a deep breath and just believe in yourself that you will get through this season stronger than when you went in. You thought you're strong before. This is going to test your strength, and you are going to come out of it so much stronger. And I'm on fire. I'm ready to get off this call and like go do my invites. Alex, you mentioned something about how you grow your following. Girlfriend, there is not one correct way to do it. If you are doing the action hours on the Beachbody Champion page, Danielle Natoni will tell you she does it this way. Brittany Leggett will tell you she does it this way. Another girl will tell you she does it this way. And there's just not one right or wrong answer. So if you don't do those action hours, like I highly recommend that you like go in and do like one a week, or do it every day, because we're doing our action hours every day anyway. So say I'm going to get on and I'm going to do Brittany Leggett's. Just type in action hour in the Beachbody Champion page and pick one and learn something from it.
So yeah, one thing I'm kind of struggling with is when I go to add friends, usually through Facebook, a lot of the people that show up are already friends with you or Ashley or Kaylee, like other coaches, and I don't know them. And obviously, like, I don't want to add them to then potentially invite them to a challenge group.
So
if
are
they're
you
already on your...
Are you just looking at the people that like show up on the top where it says like the recommended friends, like suggested friends? Don't look at those. Yeah, those are all going to be people that are connected to your circle.
Yeah,
so look at this. You need to go to somebody that's totally not affiliated with Beachbody at all, that you know through church or school or college or work or whatever, and say, she's freaking the bomb. I love her. She's probably going to have a lot of similar like-minded friends. Go look at her friends list and start friend requesting those people.
Okay.
So what I do, because obviously like we're all friends on Facebook, so it's gonna say like I'm gonna know all of Amy's friends, but like I really don't know any of Amy's friends because I live in Wisconsin. But what I do is if you go into your followers on Facebook, there's like a little add friends button.
Okay.
So I go to the add friends button and I'll scroll down and it will say like, oh, my really good friend Ashley like is friends with her. So I'll click on her and then I go to her mutual friends.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, I went to school with Ashley. So maybe like there's other people who went to our school, but like I don't know them, but like they all went to Eau Claire. So that's
Okay.
how I do it. So I'm never
Oh my
in
gosh,
the same
Eau Claire?
bucket as like, yeah, I went to Eau
Say Eau
Claire.
Claire?
Eau Claire in Wisconsin.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know someone that one of my friends from teaching is from there. Lindsay
Really?
Gatto?
She
No.
moved out. Where do you live?
Well, I knew her from Philly, but I live in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
You should put her name in the chat, and I'll see if I'm friends with her.
Okay.
That is
That's
such
so funny. Eau Claire is like a place that
Yeah, so that's how I do it, and then like I'll go to like my other friend who I went to school with, and I look at her
yeah.
followers.
Yeah, I forgot. I used to do that. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
and Jenna had some good suggestions for Instagram. She's been going to my hashtags and finding people that way. She loves craft beer, and I'm a mom, and trying to
Okay.
connect with people like that. Yeah, you'll have one person tell you to go look for hashtags, and then you'll have like Kate Schultz that said, I just go to my friends of friends of friends like on Instagram, and I just get on into like a huge rabbit hole that I can't get out of. There's there's like unlimited amount of people, but try it a few different ways and just see what works best.
Okay. Thank you.
Locations is another thing too. Like
Okay.
you can go to locations and
Sorry.
find people that way too. So yeah, I just do a mix of all of those, whatever I feel like that day, and then I add a bunch of people.
Okay.
Awesome. Anybody else want to say anything before we call it a night? Did this encourage you at all, inspire you?
Definitely. Thank you, Megan and Amanda. And Megan, thanks for sharing so openly and honestly. I know how hard it is to do that. I struggle with anxiety and depression, and I didn't even know I had it until it crept up on me. So I can really relate to you. So, and you did mention that with the picture and stuff, you reached out to your team to get encouragement, and I did that this morning. Thank you, Amanda. And I guess I forget that we can do that. So like just lean into the team, I guess, when you need us, we're here. And if you need someone to say, yeah, you should post that, like do it. I hold back so much, and I wish I didn't. And so if you got a message from me, it's why. I need some encouragement. Like, go out, post it. My own husband was like, taking a walk the other day, and he's like, people want to hear this. And I'm like, oh, like, really? Thanks, hon. But
Maybe you don't, but everybody else does.
right. People really like seeing us go for a walk. I'm like, yeah, I think it's pretty funny, like 2 dogs, a baby, like trying to reel everybody in. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because there's other moms that are like doing that right now. Yeah, why do people watch reality TV? Why do people watch TV? Because they like to watch other people's lives. Like, it's interesting. So yeah. He's funny. Don't listen to him. But in all honesty, like you said, lean in to the community and everything that we have to offer. Reaching out to not just like your sponsor coach, but you can relate to Megan, you can relate to Amanda, you can relate to these girls that are on this call. Reach out to them and plug in with them. Hey, what time are you working out in the morning? Hey, are you going to be on the Friday night thing? Like, are you going to watch like a movie? Like, make friends, you guys. Like, and if it's anything business related, I don't know about you, Amanda, Megan, like it just makes me so happy when a coach like reaches out to me, because I'm like, they're working their business. I love this. Instead of hearing like crickets, I'm like, what are they doing? They're not doing anything. So we love to hear from you. We honestly do. And we love to see all your faces. So get on Friday night's movie thing. It's fun. If you're not doing anything, because I know you're so busy. Your schedules are so busy.
You have so many places.
So many plans.
So many places to go.
Bar
Friday or
crawling
Saturday?
your house.
Friday?
That's actually
It's
happening at my
Saturday.
new house, by the way.
Saturday at 8 p.m. So the first movie was not kid friendly. The second one was kid friendly. We just whatever we're in the mood for. I'm not like a huge movie nut, so I always ask like other people, what should we
Make
watch?
suggestions.
Suggestions. Awesome.
Okay, Chloe just creeped and found that girl on Facebook. She is totally from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome, you guys. Is anybody else like dealing with major anxiety around this? Like heavy weight on the chest, freaking out, fear? Everybody good?
Only when I turn on CNN.
Yeah, don't. Okay, so honestly, I can stop the recording, but One American News is an incredible news station that is real news without additional agendas and motives and lies behind it.
In politics.
Into any news station, it's One American News because it's just real people. What else? I've been really pouring into listening to preaching, like from churches are going live every single day now. And it's all such edifying, encouraging, uplifting things. So lean into that. Lean into God's word if that's for you. The Easter season is right around the corner, which I'm super excited about. But just know that God hasn't given you a spirit of fear, but of a power, love, and a sound mind. And you guys all have that. Like, just focus on the good. I loved when they were in a boat and there was like a huge storm and they were like pooping their pantses because they're like gonna die because of the storm, and Jesus came to them walking on water. And was it John that kept his eyes on Jesus? And there's like a whole storm going on around him, just like what's going on around us right now. And he kept his eyes on the Lord, and he was able to like walk out on that water because he had no fear, because he kept his eyes focused on the one thing. So if you guys are like having major fear right now, where are you focusing? Like, are you focusing on the news? Are you focusing on all the bad and the corrupt and like the death and the dying? And, or are you focusing on stuff that is pure and lovely and pure of heart? And are you focusing on good stuff? Are you focusing on helping other people and how you can pour into your family? Maybe how you can help elderly people right now, like how you can give back right now. Focus, take your focus off of yourself and put it someplace else, and like on something positive, and that fear will go. I'm telling you, it can absolutely leave you. Okay, picture. Who's Mia? Are you dressed appropriately? I love you. I want to see you. I'm gonna give you in 5, 4.
Not today, y'all.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight. I'm excited to see you guys on Saturday night for the movie if you hop on, Monday for the action hour if you want to work together, and then back here again on Thursday for our next team call. All right, guys. Mwah. Have a great night. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Gal.